Hello everyone and welcome now to game. I hate it when that happens. Alright, well, I'm not going to start the game with a giant green bar sitting there for the rest of the matchup. So, here we have game 2 in the series, Lucifer versus Reprisal, and Lucifer taking game 1 with every possible thing going for him, even getting in a very easy Archmage kill from the death of a Goblin Zeppelin. I think the last time I heard of that happening in a professional game was when Grubby, back in, I think, 2008, had lost to some non-real professional player in the World Cyber Games in some sort of qualifier. Grubby still ended up beating him 2-1 in that series, but I think that's the last time I ever heard of it actually happening in a game. Now, Town Hall, Barracks, Archmage, coming out of that Ultra of Kings most likely. This is going to be a 3-farm build on the front door. Meanwhile, coming back over here, Lucifer opening up with Ultra of Darkness, Tomb of Relics, and a Crypt. Looks like he is going to be going for more of a Death Knight strategy this time around. Now, players have often asked me what are some of the differences in WarCraft 3 over StarCraft 2. And one of the things that I would very easily commonly say is build orders and building placements are extremely difficult in WarCraft 3. The reason behind it is, as a human player, you have to memorize your build order and building placement for every map position. Based upon the look here, you can see that Reprisal will end up placing down a farm here, and then he has two options in order to break out of these trees. He can, because of this and because of this layout, he can either take down this tree and sneak around this side, or take down this tree and sneak it around this side. Militia are now going to be making their way out in just a moment. We'll see if Reprisal will be going for his customary very early Arcane Tower. Also very interested to see why there is a little bit of a opening right there. You can see that the Acolyte is actually dancing in between and can gain sight here. This is something that is commonly overlooked. You can only see the hit point bars, and that comes in very interesting enough. Anyways, Archmage now trying to finish off the Ogre Magi's. There is a Tome of Agility. It looks like Reprisal does like to read. Circuit of Nobility has also been dropped as well as the Death Knight. Is he going to come in for the kill steal? No, he is not. Gets a Death Coil off on the Archmage instead, and getting in a little bit of damage on the units as they attempt to run away. Now, the Archmage could just, oh no, does not turn around and hit the Skeletal Minion, as the Death Knight is the one to take down his essentially useless skeleton that would only give his opponent experience. We see level 1 on that Archmage. It was very important that the Archmage didn't get that experience, otherwise he would already be at level 2. Archmage has the same movement speed as a Death Knight pretty much, as they are apparently doing laps around the map. Coming back over here, we do see an Acolyte now trying to suicide his way in and gain a little bit of scouting information. We are going faster into tier 2 at the keep, and we are also seeing a rather early Blacksmith. So we'll see if we are going to be going into perhaps a Rifleman as a Skeletal Minion now battling up against an Archmage. So far, what is the Footman doing? The Footman now going to be keeping track. Do see Crypt Fiends, and now we could see an engagement here as the Footman trying to take down the Skeletal Minion, unable to do so. The timer life does go off. Archmage now sitting at level 2 as an Acolyte does get taken down. Archmage buying Boots of Speed and Dust of Appearance, able to do exactly that, as the Death Knight unable to buy a pair of Nikes of his own. Apparently Foot Locker does sell out, and they're not expensive as the LeBron James shoes. I have no idea where that came from. Archmage still coming back around. We'll see where they're going to be going next. Boot of Speed, Circuit of Nobility, and now we see the Death Knight wandering here. So far, it looks like Lucifer is a bit behind. He doesn't have any experience whatsoever, and he's trying to chase after an Archmage that has Boots of Speed. We can see that there is also a tech to tier 2 on both sides. Reprisal actually slightly faster, as the Archmage now going to be creeping out his opponent's creep camps. This is a very important move by Reprisal in order to take an advantage, and if he's able to capitalize on it, this would be huge, as normally we should be seeing the creeping of an additional creep camps sometime around the 7 to 8 minute mark. If the Archmage is able to actually steal some of these very, very easy items and essentially steal some of this very early experience, what Lucifer is going to find is that he's not able to get up to level 2 on his heroes. Death Knight still without any experience whatsoever. Meanwhile, Archmage is dealing a little bit of damage here. Death Knight now making its way over. Will a Death Coil be coming in? Yes, the Death Coil is coming in. The Death Knight now trying to chase after this Footman. That Footman most likely will fall down to 42 hit points. The Death Knight, is he gonna get his man? Yes, he will, and I believe that Footman will be falling. Oh, Naga Sea Witch now out, and the Naga Sea Witch prevents the Death Knight from getting in the kill here, and the Lucifer is still experienceless after 5.5 minutes. This is just really, really crazy, as Reprisal is looking to capitalize on his advantage. This is a perfect counter opening, knowing that he has the advantage, and now it is up to the Naga Sea Witch to deal damage early on and take a very, very large lead. So far, Death Knight still trying to fight back here. You can see Footman trying to back away those very, very effective Crypt Fiends, dealing a lot of damage, and now also researching Burrow, as Lucifer is still wandering around here trying to stay inside his base. We should be seeing a second hero come out soon. No, it's going to be an upgrade to Black Citadel first, as the Archmage and Naga Sea Witch figure out what their long-term strategies and goals will be. Lucifer looking to creep out this 3-3 creep camp after the level 5 has already been taken out. Water Elemental is going to fall. Naga Sea Witch getting in a little bit more experience. Not very much, as a Ring of Protection +2 has been left behind. Most likely will simply be sold, as the No Wardens will get taken out pretty easily. No Warden turns back around, deals some damage to some Crypt Fiends, and now simply going to just be sitting there. Alright. Archmage, Naga Sea Witch, where are they perhaps trying to position themselves in the next battle? Death Knight taking some fireball damage in the back from an Archmage, and now where is Reprisal looking to go? Dropping in some more Water Elementals. Here we go. Crypt Fiends now trying to engage in battle, able to steal some experience. It looks like the another creep has been stolen as well, but Reprisal is really just trying to steal creeps, and he's unable to get that steal, as Lucifer has been very effective with his focus fire and the necessary burst damage with those Crypt Fiends. Riflemen now pushing their way in. A Slaughterhouse taking in a lot of damage. Lucifer now also coming out with a Lich. Are we going to perhaps see some Frost Novas, as the Militia now come in as well? Death Knight, Frost Nova, Death Coil, able to take down one very low hit point Crypt Fiend. It looks like another one could be coming in, as the Peasants are now turning back into work, or turning back. Footman, very low on hit points, down to 213, gets taken down. Skeletal minions are falling, but so are Riflemen, as the Riflemen get taken down, and there is a Dust of Appearance in order to take down a burrowed Crypt Fiend. It will get taken down, but the Crypt Fiend should be able to shut down these Scout Towers at the very least. No, the Peasants are doing a very good job keeping them up, and it looks like this will be upgraded. Black Citadel now being upgraded as well. A little bit of time left here. Skeletal minions are falling. The Black Citadel still has plenty, or has a little bit of time left. Meanwhile, the Arcane Tower needs more time to be completed, and this could be huge. If the Black Citadel can actually focus down that Arcane Tower, Lucifer will have a very, very good advantage moving in. You can see that the Peasants are simply waiting to repair. Peasants now, or Priests now getting taken down very, very easily, as the Crypt Fiends did focus it down here. Black Citadel doing 13 to 15 damage. A low hit point Death Knight now down to 200 and some odd hit points, being forced to use a Scroll of Town Portal. Low hit point Footman, is it going to be able to back away? No, it is not, as we now see a bit of a reset. Arcane Tower about to be completed. Arcane Tower now being repaired. Is it going to be enough? And it looks like, yes, it will be. But is it still going to get taken down? Peasants are getting taken down here. The Arcane Tower down to 53, 31, 46, 10, 6 hit points. There it goes. And Reprisal, now with no tower inside this base, doesn't look nearly as strong. Lucifer going to be fighting off this attack. Naga Sea Witch sitting at level 2 with -2 armor, taking more damage per attack, as the Water Elementals continue to push their way in here. Archmage and Naga Sea Witch still looking to just constantly attack back. It looks like the Death Knight now looking to make its way in, as another Footman does get taken down. Obsidian Statue now down. Riflemen and Peasants Riflemen, peasants, and priests trying to just engage and fight off this war here. The priests need to perhaps repair or heal up that rifleman. Rifleman taking up a lot of damage here as the scout tower at 80 hit points now being upgraded once again. I believe it was canceled for just a second as Crypt Fiends are burrowed here. Frost Nova hitting the rifleman as the rifleman being forced to retreat, but now the Naga Sea Witch is in position as well. Is it going to be able to use the Potion of Healing in time? Yes, it will. And now turning around to deal a little bit more damage as well. The priests need to work overtime and get these heroes functioning again as they are just taking way too much damage. This arcane tower is about to be completed, but now you can see the peasants need to repair it once more in order to protect it. Death Knight, skeletal minions looking to come in, and the Lich perhaps going to start doing some dark rituals and utilize that in order to get more Frost Novas. All right, a new scout tower now coming in. It looks like that is the Ivory Tower variety. One water elemental does get taken down. Rifleman still trying to fight back here. Rifleman down to -5 armor, taking an additional 27% damage. That is a lot of damage now, especially as you add in more and more minions coming in from Lucifer. We are having a very long standoff attack here. Both sides continuing the fight. Arcane Tower still not yet ready as the peasants are all looking like they are falling. And this is not looking good for Reprisal. Reprisal does have a tower here. Now level 3 on the Naga Sea Witch. Archmage is seeing that level 3. Meanwhile, the Death Knight level 2 and the Lich level 2. So 3-3 versus 2-2. Reprisal with the definite lead. But is he going to be able to capitalize on this is the question. Water Elemental is looking to back away. Naga Sea Witch now looking to just trying to see how much pressure they can really put in. Another Water Elemental going to get taken down, feeding more experience over to Lucifer. And now Reprisal has to be concerned. It is 3-3 versus 3-2 on this map here. And so far, both sides are still just fighting it out. Reprisal still on the top left, does not have an additional base. Will he be able to build one is a question, as the the scout tower is going to get destroyed well before it is even completed. More scout towers being added. We'll see if it is going to be enough. We need to see double scout towers here in just or arcane towers here in just a moment, as the riflemen are getting focused down relatively quickly. Down it goes. And so far, Lucifer, even though he is getting attacked, seems as though he is coming out ahead in each of these fights, exchanging very efficiently. But the Archmage army is also just continuing to grow as the Obsidian statue trying its best to, I guess, keep up the hit points, not really keeping up the mana, as I guess that is the other statue's job. Naga Sea Witch now trying to back away down to 90 hit points. Death Knight now looking to come in. So far, both sides are just continuing to fight, and the Lich could get off a Frost Nova on that Naga Sea Witch. Is he going to be able to do that? No mana just quite yet. Is he going to actually sacrifice a unit to try and get that Naga Sea Witch? That would be a huge turnaround at this point, but the Naga Sea Witch did quaff, or does have a potion of healing, and I believe is also getting healed by Priest. One arcane tower now finally up by Reprisal. And Reprisal's presence now will be felt and heard much more tremendously. But he doesn't have any peasants here. So without peasants here, he's not going to be able to repair. And without being able to repair, he's not going to actually keep this tower up for very long. Down goes some of the units, as the Crypt Fiends are range units, very effective in this engagement. So far, the Naga Sea Witch now trying to push back presence onto that Lich. Lich now down to low on hit points, but after a Death Coil, really back into it once more. 400 hit point heal as the Arcane Tower falls. Abomination now trying to join in on the fight. The Riflemen, and plenty of them, upgraded 1-0, looking to deal more damage, as the Lich now sitting on 120 or 25 mana left after a Dark Ritual and a Frost Nova. Both sides continuing the fight. Water Elementals now trying to push forward again. Will it be successful? Arcane Tower sitting at 49/54. Meanwhile, Natural Expansion is sitting at 38/40. A 9 supply difference, which is about a 25% difference at this point. Or an 11 supply difference, which is more than 25% difference at this point. Which means it is absolutely huge. 39/50 versus 47/54. 8 supply difference. Perhaps a unit was recently trained or lost. as the riflemen are trying to focus down these units. They are not going to be able to really focus any of these units down. They all take reduced damage from piercing, as we now also see an arcane, or so Reprisal now backing away with the lower hit point riflemen, and both sides are just having this very, very long engagement. All right, Scroll of Town Portal once again being used. And where is it going to go? It looks like it is going to travel back down here and then try to hide off in the corner. All right. Rifleman, one caster, Naga Sea Witch, looking to finish the job that they started about 6 minutes ago. And where are we going next as we see a Death Coil? Oh, Death Knight does fall. I'm not sure if the actual Arcane Tower got the kill or if the Archmage got the kill, but that is huge. All right, Abomination now taking a lot of damage, and it looks as though the Abomination will just simply fall here. Down it goes. Archmage now using a potion of healing to get back into this, and now also getting healed by those priests. Priests very effective when you have high armor units, as their effective healing increases more and more, as there's also more damage mitigation. All right, Lucifer looking to perhaps figure out where he can cut his losses. Lucifer is now still doing some more dark rituals, trying to push out with this one particular Lich. The Lich is now down to 114 some odd mana. Will he be able to get another? Yes. Did he actually sacrifice? No, he didn't sacrifice. Needs to be able to sacrifice another unit here in just a moment and now get to level 4 on a Lich. The Lich should perhaps just try and charge up a Rod of Necromancy, sack the Skeletal Minion, and gain about another 100 mana that way. There we go. Another 100 mana on that Lich. Very, very good. Excuse me, just a crowd control with that slow and able to deal so much damage. Peasants still fighting back. There is another Frost Nova. It looks like the Death Knight is still nowhere to be seen. Not out just quite yet. More units are falling. A new Scout Tower, Ivory Tower once again coming in, as the Obsidian statues are trying to keep this one poor Lich alive and fend off the swarm of human units. Death Knight going after the Archmage. Archmage down to 54 hit points. Is it going to be able to get off the Death Coil? No, it will not, as it also does have a potion of healing. Not worth fighting at this situation, as that Arcane Tower would have depleted nearly all of his mana. Did deplete all of his mana pretty much. And now that Death Knight can't really do much of anything until it gets more mana. Lich still looking to engage here, trying to fight off this attack. It looks like the Black Citadel may get taken down. Are we going to see perhaps some more destroyers here in just a moment, as the Death Knight, I believe, got off a Death Coil, but unable to really finish the job here. Lich now trying to back away once more. Archmage seen at level 4. Mountain King, where is that Mountain King? No Mountain King. Naga Sea Witch. Oh, what was I thinking? Naga Sea Witch still engaging, and things are not looking good for Lucifer at this point. We're at a 4-3 versus a 4-4, I believe. Yes, 4-4, and the Archmage is about to get to level 5. Dropping in level 3 water elementals is always a very dangerous and scary proposition. Lucifer now trying to keep up this tower as long as possible, or this Block Citadel as long as possible. Another potion of healing by the Archmage, as the Archmage is somehow still alive at this point. Naga Sea Witch now coming back in. Is it going to be able to get some shots off onto that Lich? It looks like it will be able to. Frost Nova could be coming in from the Lich. Nope, not enough mana just quite yet. There is an Abomination out, and still all of these Acolytes trying to repair this Black Citadel. Rifleman looking to engage. One tower is finally up, built just outside the range of Lucifer, but Lucifer, if he wants to engage, will have to engage against that tower, which means that he can't really engage with anything with mana or any summoned warriors, as the Arcane Tower would deal a lot of damage to summon units and also do feedback damage to units with mana. Both sides still fighting it out. Another rifleman hits the dust right now. Nope. Yes, it does. A ghoul was lost as well as the water elemental, just pretty much trying its best to stay alive and deal more damage. It looks like the more units that get taken out, the more and more Lucifer needs to pull a peasant off in order to keep this Black Citadel. If this Black Citadel falls, it will be a repeat of game 1 as Lucifer lost there as well. Black Citadel still training up more and more acolytes. It looks like another acolyte will be out in just a second. Black Citadel down to 500 some odd hit points. Acolytes trying to repair. Is it going to be enough to repair this Black Citadel, though? It is at 460 some odd hit points and still climbing, but ever so barely, I guess would say staying steady, having 2 acolytes constantly repair it. All right, a little bit of a slow match here. Both sides still fighting, waiting for Lucifer to make his crazy move. Level 4 on the Lich, level 4 on the Death Knight. Is the Lich going to perhaps go after some of the more key units, perhaps taking down a Rifleman? Yes, the Rifleman does go down, and the Lich is pretty much out of mana now. Needs to sacrifice some to to his Dark Ritual, and then the Dark Ritual will allow him to get even more mana and Frost Nova again. All right, here we go. Here's the engagement. Arcane Tower is in position, trying to fight back. It looks like the Arcane Tower is actually within range of this Black Citadel, which could become a problem. Could become a problem for Reprisal. So far, both sides are still fighting it out. Abomination, let's take a look at the food supply. 27 over 50 versus 50 over 54. I believe Reprisal is going to have this game pretty much easily taken care of, forcing a game 3. Let's see if that is going to be the case or not. Lich and Death Knight backing away. Lich sitting at level 5 though, so level 5 Lich could cause a lot of problems. Lich now sitting at 260 some odd mana, trying to finish off this Arcane Tower. That Arcane Tower is not really doing much right now, but it is very important, Arcane Tower, as that one peasant, or sorry, as that one Death Knight does take a lot of mana damage trying to retreat. All right, Mass Rifleman still looking to come in here. Naga Sea Witch finishes up and clears up all of those water elementals. Naga Sea Witch now trying to back away again. What is going to be happening? Both sides are still fighting. Archmage now fighting back. It looks like the Archmage may get to level 5. Oh, one more kill should get it to level 5. Yeah, 12 experience away. Is it going to be enough to actually get to level 5? That is the question. And now we'll see what will be happening. Yeah, what will be happening next? 6 experience away now to 1400. The Archmage, once it gets level 3 water elementals, will be much more difficult to stop as they are tankier and also deal more damage. Both sides fighting. Acolytes are now down. Archmage now sitting at level 5. We may see a water elemental here in just a moment. Yes, there it is. And how much damage is he going to do? Level 5 water elemental, 41 to 49 damage. Very effective here. And now the Death Knight looking to get a Death Coil off onto the Naga Sea Witch. The Naga Sea Witch is at level 4 now, and looking to get to level 5. So it's 5-4 versus 5-4 right now. Things are very neck and neck. Pressure has constantly been inside Lucifer's base, but Lucifer has been able to hold off much of it. But what is this? Oh, a potion of healing, saving a Death Knight ever so barely. And now, what is the strategy going to be? Attempting to try and take down this Black Citadel would be a huge, huge loss. No more Acolytes could be trained for a little bit of time. Also, not that much lumber left. So lumber is a very scarce commodity, as Lucifer has pretty much lost all of his workers. All right, coming back in. It looks like Reprisal is going to end up losing. Yes, he does end up losing a peasant. Both sides are still trying to fight it out. And we'll see what will be happening here. No additional hero at the tavern. So where is the Archmage? Archmage should be out already. As the Naga Sea Witch tries to re-engage with just one Naga Sea Witch and one Rifleman. And it looks as though Lucifer, with his just very, very defensive play, was able to creep out faster, much more quickly than Reprisal, and Reprisal is now going to be in trouble as the archer is looking to finish off the footman or the Death Knight there. Wow. Both sides still fighting, and oh, down goes the Naga Sea Witch. That is going to be very, very bad play there as the Militia now try to come in and try to get us around. Reprisal is in trouble. Are we going to perhaps see a Death Coil as the Archmage is in position? And there is the GG. Reprisal losing game 2 in the series. Much, much closer than game 1. Stay tuned for game 3.